So I just watched Thunderbolts and it's amazing. It feels like the old MCU, but also feels like the MCU is headed in a good direction. The movie feels grounded and it has an actual plot with comedy that's not over the top and feels like it's just there because it's a Marvel movie and it doesn't feel forced. The story itself is really good. I love the dynamic between all of the characters and it feels like they have actual chemistry and it reminds me of the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. They take a bunch of characters you don't really care about and make them better than most of the MCU characters we have now. Like, I thought it'd be cool to see John Walker US Agent after Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I also didn't really give a shit if I never saw his character again. But this movie makes these forgettable characters into the next big team. Like, you can't tell me that out of everyone you wanted to see again in the MCU, you wanted to see Ghost, the Ant-Man 2 villain, but Thunderbolts makes it work. They start off the movie trying to kill each other, but realize that Val set them up so they work together to escape, and as soon as this happens, the chemistry is just right there. Taskmaster is a wasted character, and spoilers, I'm glad they killed her off that quick. John Walker is my personal favorite in this movie, and I loved how they utilized his shield and it got turned into the taco shield, and he kept it. Ghost was good, but she was kind of thrown to the side for the other characters. Red Guardian was great for the comedic aspect of this movie, and his jokes were really funny, but while also having some serious and heartwarming moments with Yelena. Bucky took a backseat as well, but he played his role really well, but the standouts were definitely Louis Pullman as Bob, aka the Sentry, and Florence Pugh as Yelena Belova. It's awesome seeing Sentry in the MCU and seeing how powerful he is, as he literally no-diffed the entire team in a fight, and that shows just what his character is meant to be. Also, the Void is terrifying, and when he starts turning people into shadows, it's fucking crazy. Yelena Belova is the center of this movie, though, and she carries hard, and her bond with Bob and their chemistry makes it even better. However, the theme of mental health adds so many layers to this when it ties into Bob and his split personalities between Sentry and the Void. It just makes it even more surreal and honestly relatable to people who suffer from that kind of stuff. Not only that, but all the tragic and traumatic backstories and things that have happened to all the characters is just what makes them bond and makes the movie better. They obviously team up, end up saving Bob and stopping Val, but spoilers. Val gets out of going to prison by revealing them as the new Avengers. That's also what the little asterisk at the end of the title means. And more spoilers, the post-credit scene, it sets up the Fantastic Four, which makes me realize that when that movie comes out, there's no way they're beating Galactus. Overall though, I love most everything about this movie, from the story, characters, action, which is amazing by the way, and so much else. Thunderbolts just shows that street-level Marvel is just better than some of the multiverse shit we've gotten in the past few years.